This is a quick video breaking down all the trades that I took this week and some of the trade that didn't go as planned, but at least made us some profits, even if our target was not achieved. So one of the trades that I was anticipating was gold. So last week I said, okay, we're seeing gold in this liquidity level. We need to push to the upside. Yeah, we had this big push to the upside, but we never hit our targets. So later in after this scenario played out, I posted like, okay, I started noticing, okay, instead of just putting a long target which is like 30 pips or more than 30 pips, 60 pips, I should break it down to different target levels. So instead, for this kind of trade, I could put target levels here, target one, target two, target three, at least capture two targets. Even if one trade I failed to acquire the third target, even if it hit our stop loss, it means the two trade could compensate for the loss. So I modified it in this trade setup here. And the other thing that I learned from this trade setup, even if it was we had this big fake out, then I was like, wow. So the other thing I also modified was using psychological levels and liquidity levels, determining fake out levels where institutions are trying to get rid of some retail traders. So the other thing that was good, wonderful trade setup, except we never achieved the profit targets. GBP JPY has been a master good trade for this week, almost like 160 pips. That was wonderful. USD card. USD card has been wonderful. So I said like break of this structure, gonna see a meltdown. That was wonderful also. Yeah, this one was yesterday. So the other thing that I modified, this was not my effect. So this was effect due to the monetary policy which was released yesterday, but this is I just broke it down to the previous video that I just posted about why I took this euro USD. So watch it below. So the other trade that I took was Euro JPY. This is a master trade. You see, so all this modification like liquidity levels, target one, target two, those are like things I noticed that I was making some errors. Then I modified so that you guys could understand what I'm putting, because like what I'm seeing in the market, you guys can't see in some extent. So the other trade setup that really didn't go as planned was Euro UD. So we see Euro UD was maintaining this upward structure. Then I was like, we saw block of structure around here. So let me break it down to the M30. So we see, okay, around here we see break of structure. Then we see we're gonna take long position. So first, our first target was achieved, but the second target was not achieved. So we see there was a transition from upwards to downside. Then we see this trade failing. So it is what it is. I think the biggest thing is like learning to manage your risk. So you see all like my risk to reward ratio, like this is I'm risking X to max 3X. So even if our first target was achieved, you could have made profit that could really compensate your stop loss, which is 30, just 30 pips. So that's the key. The other thing is like breaking your lot size into scaling your positions in different risk ratios, so that at least even your target profit one or two is achieved. Even if the third is not achieved, you could really compensate and make some money in your trades. And also move your whenever you're in profit, always move your stop loss above in your profit so that you could let the trade just run free. So I hope you learn from the mistakes that I made in this week. But overall, this week was a wonderful trading day. This week we had wonderful trade: GBP, JPY, gold, USD card, Euro USD, just master trades. Uh, USD JPY, this around here, good trade setups. Yeah, around here, very wonderful. Yeah, and other setups. So I hope you guys like this breakdown and wish you guys the best.